Okay, hi guys, welcome to another video. And today I'm going to talk about something more, visceral in the sense that you've got to understand the difference between someone who scores a 300 on the GRE and someone who's scoring a 325 on the GRE. Because until and unless you get that, I don't think you're set out for scoring that 325 on your own GRE, right? There are a few rules you need to follow here. It's very important that you actually make sure that you're following these and you don't just waste your time on stuff that you don't need to do. So really, just make sure that you're actually doing what needs to be done and not just wasting time, right? Because what most people do who are scoring 300 is that they are basically referring to sources that are just not important, sources that they don't need to follow, sources that are just not needed in any way, but they would still keep doing it. I don't know what crap it is, like Dr. Raju's material. Who the fuck created that material? I don't even know that. And why are you following it when you have such amazing material out there? No, people just don't know because maybe they've just invested 55,000 in that coaching, or maybe they've just gotten that material from someone who's actually scored well, but they don't know if that other person has been not actually following the right material as well. So they would just blindly follow anything. Don't do that. Now, the first thing that I want to tell you about is follow the rules. If you do not do this, I'm taking no responsibility of this thing. Basically, if you don't follow the rules and you write me an email later on and you tell me that, dude, I actually followed everything you basically showed me and it didn't work and you didn't commit to it, you didn't follow the rules, I would recommend that you leave right now, like leave this video, probably just leave everything and just go on to your Dr. Raju's book and just start doing that. Because seriously, man, like you need to be able to commit to something. When I'm telling you this, I'm basically sharing my whole experience with you. I'm sharing everything that I did from zero to one, everything literally. There's nothing else that you need to know. If I can score a 329 on the GRE with my shitty vocabulary, I'm pretty sure that you can too, and you've got to believe that, right? So the second thing that I want to tell you about is is that you don't just basically focus on right now. Oh crap! Focus on right now, but focus on the end result. Why are you here? Why are you watching this video right now? The fact that you are watching this right now is because you want to score well, because you want to make sure that you get that, over 325 marks, and you want to make sure that you do it all by yourself. You don't have to actually, resort to coachings. You don't have to go to other people for this. You don't have to, go for basically, consultancies or anything, or spend so much money on them. You don't. You need to be focused on your end result 24/7. You need to know on the back of your mind why you're doing this, where you want to go with this, and how you want to achieve that goal. So, a lot of people, they're just focusing on the wrong things at the end of the day. You need a good score, but don't just focus on it, focus on improving yourself as well, right? And only by improving your vocabulary, only by improving your concepts in math, only by focusing on your mistakes can you actually get your end result. And you need your end result in your mind. You need to know that, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to score over 325, because I personally always believed that I would score like a lot better than I actually did. I kind of believed that I would score 330 above, but that's when I was like, just getting introduced to this. I did not know the level of it, but again, I still kept my expectations high, even though I was scoring 310 or 15 on the first mock I gave, right? I think when I actually gave the diagnostic test, I received something like a score of 286 or something, but I still kept going. Right, that was just the diagnostic test. Of course, I did not even know the structure of the test, but when I first gave my mock test, I think it was 315 or something. So That was still after a lot of preparation, and I still thought that I would score over 330 because I was ambitious, and you need to be as well. Focus on the end result. Don't look at your marks right now. I mean, you need to know that yeah, this is where I'm standing, but you need to also realize that this is your end goal. You need to get there sometime or the other. You need to, right? Don't focus on right now. Don't waste your time. Third time, third thing is that you need to work smart and not just, I think you all know what's coming, hard, right? So I'm not sure how many of you guys know this, but Bill Gates, the person who started Microsoft, he's like a multi-millionaire right now, and he actually started working when he was 12, and in one of his interviews, he actually said that he didn't stop working until he was 31. Like he did not even take a 1 day break from when he was 12 and he started up until 31. He did not even take 1 day's break. And that's really what I want to stress in this video right now. Don't, just work on things intermittently. Don't do it like today and then day after tomorrow. Work on them consistently. The last 2 months of my preparation, I think I took 45 days before I actually gave the GRE. I had like 45 days. My internship was on, and I was also focusing on a lot of other projects, but I still kind of did the GRE material, and the only thing I made sure was that I was doing it every day. So if you're not doing it every day, if you're not putting in the hard work, do not expect it to really yield any result. It will yield results. You are capable of anything you set your mind to. I think you can even score 335 plus if you do. Like I know that's very ambitious, but you need to put in the hard work. You need to do it every day. Don't just focus on today and then forget about it for a week or so and then just start whenever you get the time. It's fine. I know you're working jobs right now. I know you have your projects, but you've got to do this, and you can. You really can. Just take out 2-3 hours every day if you don't have the time. If you do have the time, even better. Take out as much time as you can. Like it's like a competition. So work hard. Make sure that you're beating other people as well, and make sure that you're beating your own scores as well previously. All right? It's it's not that easy, but it gets done. Really, if you are consistent. Without consistency, you can never really score a very good score because unless you are, very good at verbal already or very good at math already, maybe you can just, do it within 15, 20 days, but you need consistency. Give it at least 30, 45 days and then go for it. All right? Um, One more thing, if you are not driven, I would really recommend that you book your exam right now. Don't do anything before you, like, after this video finishes. Just the first thing I want you to do is actually book your exam. I don't care if it's 2 months away or if it's just 20 days away. You need to do it. You need to be sure that you are driven. You need to be sure that you're focused, and that date, that final date that you have your exam on this day, and when you're approaching it, you just kind of you gear up your game. So you need to do that. All right. So even the janitor works hard, but kind of like he's working long hours. He's basically sweeping the whole buildings, all that stuff, all the floors and everything. So, but still, he does not get the same result as someone who's working in the industry, like Bill Gates even. So it's not just about working hard, it's also about working smart. It's a lot about luck as well, but that's something you cannot really, rely on. So actually kind of rely on actually kind of try to improvise what you can really. Don't just, waste time here and there. Don't just waste time, swiping through your Instagram or watching videos. That's fine. Watch these videos, but don't really go on to 5 or 10 channels and just watch the same video, same topic. Every channel you want to watch that video. No, that's not going to work because that's just going to like confuse you where you need to basically work. Just take this and work in one direction. Pick up any channel, any direction, any schedule you like. I have my own schedule that I've used over the course of the past 45 days to score my 329 marks, and I really, really think that it can help you. So if you haven't watched that, go watch it right now and really start working on it, and it will work for you. And next thing that I had for you is do more and watch less. I was kind of going to include speak less, but the recent trend that I've seen, people is that they'll watch 10, 20 videos on this topic that, dude, I want to improve my verbal, so I'm going to watch like 20 videos. I'm going to see which one is the best. And, you're not a reviewer here. Notice this. You're not going to, review the videos. You're not going to compare them, and people are not going to pay you money for doing that, or neither are you going to get a good result from that. You'll only be, very, very divergent and basically confused because people will have different opinions, different views, and some of them might not even coincide with yours. Everyone has a different way of learning. So in this book by Peter Drucker, he actually managing oneself, it's actually like this very famous book. He tells you that you need to know if you're a learner by writing, if you're a learner by speaking, if you're a learner by listening. How do you learn? If you do not know how you learn, you're actually not set out for success. So make sure that you recognize who you are and how you learn best. I mean, you've been yourself for I don't know how long, 20 years probably. You should know how you learn best. I personally learn best by writing. So if I write something and I basically, I I never really forget it. Like Shakespeare used to do this. He actually used to write a lot of his things, and he never really even read them again, but he used to write them because he used to say that whenever I write them, I remember them. I don't need to basically, look at them because I won't forget them ever. They're mine for life. So focus on how you learn and basically put in more time doing that. So that would really help you out, and really do more and watch less. Start doing those practice questions. Start doing that book. Pick up that book. Do that. Whatever is in front of you, or whatever that if you're following my schedule, do that. It's really good, I believe, and I think you should be able to get your end result if you do that. But don't just sit down and watch videos all day and then just be in an attitude like, all right, it's fine, it's okay, it's so, like, don't take it casually. It's a process. Invest in it, and I promise you it will come back to you. All right. Okay, the last thing that I want to point out is that you need to believe in yourself. Of course, this is very important. I believed in myself throughout my preparation. I never really, uh, kind of thought that I would score this well. Even, I mean, at the starting when I was like, very, very naive, I used to think that, it's fine. I would score 335. I'm so good, but it doesn't work like that. You need to realize that GRE is taken by all of the students all over the world, and they need to make sure that it's kind of like hard, because otherwise it won't be able to capture the how good people are really. So if two people score 340 here, it's basically meaning that the GRE failed to compare them. The GRE failed in comparing how good they are, right? They are equivalent according to the GRE. So that's why the exam has been like so tough, I believe. And if you still believe in yourself, if you still believe that you can put in the work and put in the work smartly, I believe you will achieve the score that you are looking for. Again, follow the right material. If you are just listening to this, you don't know which material to follow, go on to my channel, like watch these two videos, the scoring 330 video, how you actually scored 330 on the GRE, and the second is using the 5 pound book to get the best score that you can. Right, these two videos will really help you out in helping you understand how I used to use these books and how I used to prepare, which books I used, which material I used. I only used the very, best material. I never really went for any unproven material. Don't go for anything that's, not going to comply with the GRE. So like there's this computer program, on Windows and Mac. I think it's created by some guy. I kind of forgot his name. I actually installed his program in my previous operating system, but it's for people who wanna improve their RC, right? Their reading comprehension. So it's kind of like, I think, based on GMAT or something, or maybe even the GRE, but a lot of people use it. So it's like a software basically has a lot of RCs, probably I think 196 or something, and then a lot of questions for each RC. There are like 10 questions or so. You know, um, I would suggest that you don't use it if you do know of it. If you don't know of it, just forget what I'm saying right now. Like, only only use the material that actually complies with the current GRE. Don't even you go for the material that the previous GRE, that is based on the previous GRE. There's a lot out there, but you need to make sure that you're following the right things, the right mechanisms, and the right everything. That's the difference between someone who scores a 300 and someone who scores a 325. He's very planned. He knows what he's going to do today. He knows what he's going to finish by the end of the day. What are you worth? What are you doing? What is the way that you are investing in yourself? Like, do you really deserve that 329 or 330, whatever you're looking for? And did you actually work hard for it, or do you just want it by a hunch or something, maybe by pure luck or something? Well, then, if 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 the answer to that question is yes, then maybe you shouldn't be watching this, and maybe you should just go and write the test right now if you believe in pure luck. I don't believe in it because preparation does help. It really does help. And for someone who's actually from India or something, you need to make sure that your vocabulary is really good. I know a lot of you don't read. You're not used to reading. If you are in your earlier years, do consider reading. It is a very good activity. it, Read a book a day, maybe a book a week even. If wherever you're starting right now, maybe I suggest you do that. Really, it would help you out. It would change your life. I'm not kidding. uh, all right, so those are my tips for you. Follow these rules. If you don't know which books to follow, go on my channel, watch those videos right now, and start doing. If you do know the material, then start doing more. Don't do anything else. This video is going to finish. You're gonna pick up your notebook and just start practicing. Do a 50 or 100 questions right now, and make sure you review them. Make sure you spend good time on them. All right. Uh, that's all from my side for this one. My laptop is kind of, I think, hanging. I'm kind of like, I did some stupid thing, lost my charger in the metro. But anyway, so I'm gonna quit this video right now as soon as I can. I'm probably gonna cut this part out, but thanks for watching. And if you do like this video, if you do like my content, I'm gonna be having a lot of it on visa interviews, and how to basically uh, how I cracked the interview at my college on Deloitte, and a lot of other things. Basically, like, you need to make sure that you subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you do like this video. Thanks.